I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before I call the meeting to order, I'd like to take a moment of silence to recognize the passing of Chris Malachek. Chris was a very active member of the city of Wickliffe, whether it be serving on multiple commissions or attending nearly every single council meeting. Thank you. I call to order the Wickliffe City Council meeting of November 24th, 2025. Sandy, please call the roll.
Bella.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Here.
Jaworski.
Here.
Koski. Here. Levon.
Here.
Saloto. Here. Thielman.
Here.
Approval of council minutes. Councilman Gerhardstein.
I'd like to make a motion that Council President Levon, I'm sorry, I can't for some reason get the list here. I apologize for that. Bala and
Saloto.
Saloto, I'm sorry, abstain from voting on the minutes of November 10th, 2025.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerhardstein, second by Councilman Thielman, to allow Councilman Bala, Councilwoman Saloto, and Council President Levon to be excused from voting on the November 10th, 2025 meeting minutes. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Bella.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Koski. Yes. Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Thielman.
Yes.
Councilman Gerhardstein.
See if I can do this one better. Make a motion, we approve the City Council meeting minutes of November 10th, 2025.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerhardstein, seconded by Councilman Thielman, that the council meeting minutes of November 10th, 2025 be approved as presented. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Bella.
Abstain.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Koski. Yes. Levon.
Abstain.
Saloto. Abstain. Thielman.
Yes.
Reports and communications from the Mayor, Safety Director.
Thank you, Council President. Good evening, everyone. I've received a few calls recently from residents regarding the community gardens. So just gonna ask if we could put that topic back. I don't believe it's in committee. If we could put that back, we'll talk about it next year. Thanksgiving's a short week for city offices, but police and fire will be available 24/7. And other city offices will be closed on Thursday and Friday this week. Wickliffe Forever's annual holiday lighting will be this Saturday at 6 p.m. There'll be tons of activities at the mansion, so consider joining for a fun evening. And then lastly, I'm going to kind of go off of what Council President said earlier. Chris Malachek, for those of you who don't know him, he's also my neighbor. But he's been coming to council meetings here since I want to say he was 11 years old. If there was nobody at council meetings, Chris Malachek was sitting there by himself. He was always interested in what was going on in the city. He was 53 years old. He lost his bout with cancer. It's been a very sad time. He's been on. So I got some things written down here. Just wanted to point on. He was appointed to Keep Wickliffe Beautiful. Used to be called the Clean City Commission in 1997. And then he was appointed to the Environmental Commission 1992, served 33 years. He was many years chairs the commission. He worked at Greenridge Golf Course. Also worked for the Service Department years ago. And just everybody you meet that knew him just thought he was a great person. But lastly, there was a post put on Facebook from Keep Wickliffe Beautiful that was showed to Chris's father. And he wanted me to tell everybody who commented, he read these comments. He's been doom and gloom for the last couple weeks. It's been horrible. Because Chris also lost his mother in May. And George lost his wife and his son. So he just wanted to thank everybody for your kind words. It really cheered up his day and made him, and when he wasn't in a good mood for a very long time, that put him in a good mood. So he couldn't be here tonight. I know he's going to watch this meeting, but he wanted me to let all you know that, and that's all I have.
Any questions or comments from the Mayor, Safety Director? Thank you, Mayor. Reports and communications from the Director of Law.
Two quick things. One, I will not be here for the December 15th meeting. Mike Kenny, the prosecutor, will be here in my instead. And then also wanted to let you guys know that probably beginning of next week, I will send out a draft of the policy manual for everybody to take a look at. Won't be 100% done yet, still getting some review by the department heads, but I will send that out to council for any of your comments beginning of next week.
Any questions or comments for the law director? Thank you, Jeremy. Reports and communications from the council president. I have none. Any amendments or additions to the agenda? Seeing none, we'll move on to the administrators. Police Chief Bush.
Thank you, Council President Levon. I do have a few things. I'm pretty sure everybody's aware there was a traffic accident on Franklin and Warden that involved an e-bike and a vehicle. I think it was last week. I'm not going to go into specifics on who's at fault or anything like that, but it did bring up the conversation about enacting some legislation for e-bikes in the city. I have some information here. I'd like to ask that we have some type of legislative meeting about that, and we can discuss about what we're going to do as a city for to address that issue, because there's a lot out there now, and it is becoming a problem. So I'd like to do something about that. The other thing I wanted to talk about is I want to read a commendation letter that I wrote to the mayor about some of our officers. On November 1st, 2025 at 2:49 hours, the Green Ridge Hotel was robbed at gunpoint by two masked men, one armed with a pistol and one other with a sledgehammer. The hotel employee was forced to the ground and the cash register was opened, money taken. The men then forced the employee to the office where they found the safe, removed it, and fled the area. Patrol officers responded to the scene and began investigating and processing the scene. Lieutenant Detective Kulik was contacted later that morning, and he, Detective Sergeant Cook, and Detective Fitch responded and began their follow-up investigation. Patrolman Thomas, who was one of the assisting officers, used flock technology to identify the vehicle and license plate used in the robbery. That license plate was found to have been stolen from the city of Cleveland. The correct license plate for the suspect vehicle was then found by searching flock. Detectives spent the next week conducting hours of surveillance, viewing surveillance videos from areas of Cleveland, and conducting interviews to identify a suspect. On November 11th, detectives located the prime suspect driving the suspected vehicle on East 128th and St. Clair in the city of Cleveland. Detectives were able to box in the vehicle in a parking lot, and the suspect was taken into custody without incident. The suspect, a 31-year-old Cleveland resident with prior convictions for robbery, was found also to be in possession of a handgun at the time of the arrest, and two ski masks and gloves were found in the vehicle. The suspect was returned to the WPD and interviewed by detectives, where he confessed to the robbery and implicated other suspects. I could not be prouder of the dedication, work ethic, and teamwork demonstrated by our patrol officers and detectives throughout this incident and the subsequent investigation. Their professionalism and perseverance were exemplary. Our detectives devoted more than 183 hours to ensure that this violent felon was brought to justice, reflecting an extraordinary commitment to the safety of our community. Please accept this letter as my formal commendation for the officers. Sergeant Mark Sopko, Patrolman Lehner, Patrolman Regner, and Patrolman Thomas, and for the investigating detectives, Detective Lieutenant Kulik, Detective Sergeant Cook, and Detective Fitch. Their actions, determination, and unwavering dedication to the city of Wickliffe are truly remarkable and deserving of the highest recognition. That brings up my next thing is I wanted to talk about flock, about how important and valuable flock has become. We had an incident 2 days before this at the Speedway where somebody smashed in the front window of it and stole a bunch of cigarettes. Using flock, they were able to locate the vehicle, and not just the flock in our city, but using the flock that is all around in all the multiple cities. So it is a very, very valuable tool that our officers use, and it is well worth the money that you guys have allocated to the police department. So I thank you for doing that. It couldn't be more beneficial for us and for the city. That's all I have.
Any questions or comments from the police chief? Councilman Bailey.
So John, do we need any more flock cameras?
The city currently has 8 flock cameras. I think we have them set up in the good locations. Willowick also has some right here, which we kind of share. So we're doing pretty good with them, I think.
Councilwoman McCoskey?
Yeah, I had a similar question, like, is there a point where the program needs to be upgraded or any kind of thing like that?
I think we're doing pretty good right now. There's a couple that were not working real well. They've addressed that issue, and that's helped a lot lately. And then Willoughby Hills also, There's one at the 90 Bishop Road, which we use a lot also.
So is that database, is that like statewide, national?
Anybody who is in the flock program has access to every flock camera throughout the nation, actually.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Any further questions or comments for the police chief? Thank you, Chief. Fire Chief Grossman.
Thank you, Council President Levon. I do not have anything to add to my previous report.
Any questions or comments for the fire chief? Thank you, Chief. Finance Director Mattis.
Thank you, President Levon. The only thing I want to touch base on was at the end of October, our general fund unencumbered balance was $9.2 million. Compared that to the previous year, it was $7.7 million on the general fund.
Any questions or comments for the Finance Director? Thank you. Engineer Formica.
Thank you, Council President. I have nothing to add to my written report. I would just like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving to them and their families.
Any questions or comments for the city engineer? Councilman Jaworski.
Pete, it looks like they're finally putting down the street striping on 84. When do they expect to be done with that?
I don't know the schedule of when they'll be done, but there's a temperature limitation to that. Dave and I have met with ODOT. It's a special type of striping that has to be done during certain conditions. And our understanding is they're putting it down, and if it fails over the winter, they'll have to come back in the spring to touch it up. So we're expecting the best. We're hoping for the best. We spec'd out a high-quality product. As you can tell, it's a thermoplastic, they call paint, but it's really a tape that they put down, and it will last longer. We had a meeting with City of Willoughby Service Director and with ODOT to discuss the temperature limitations and whatnot. All's going well right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Councilman Hartstein.
Pete, can we get an update on the two projects that haven't been finished, the Luxona and Greenridge Golf Course, from the contractors that haven't come back?
Yes. I've submitted I sent a letter to the dredging contractor a week and a half ago. Have not heard back from them as far as getting their schedule. My assumption is that they want to wait till the ground freezes so they can come back and finish things up, but I will have a report for that by the next meeting.
Before you go on, well, when we asked earlier in the year, I thought they said earlier in the year they were waiting for it to dry out.
Yes.
During the summer, so now it's fall, and now they're waiting for it to freeze. I'm just saying, it seems like when it was summer, when it was dry in the summer, they didn't come back, and we asked about it. And now it's fall, now they're waiting
Well,
for
they
it.
were supposed to come back in the fall. Yes, they were gonna come back in the fall when it was dry, and we got some pretty good rain, and they decided not to come. Now, I'm assuming they're waiting for a freeze. I have not heard back. Sent them a notice 3 weeks ago, and haven't received it. If they don't come back, we're gonna hire someone else to do it, take care of it before the season starts. That's all I can do. And as far as the resurfacing of Luxona, we haven't heard from them yet.
No.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah.
I got an email today that they went up there and they did finish the cracking and they did make the drainage go better to the catch basin. I'll have someone check on it tomorrow. I'm not gonna be here unfortunately, but I'll have someone check on it tomorrow.
They repaired both catch basins, or just the catch basin that the water wasn't running to? Or did they fix the catch basin in the ditch?
They grind, no, that catch basin in the ditch we did that in-house. You're talking about what it was higher than normal, yeah, we fixed that. And then at the end there, it was crumbling. There was no surface to where they did it at. There was, in the initial part of it, there was no surface, so they had to dig down like 2 feet deep, put a base in, and then put the asphalt. It was like a 2 by 2 foot square. So, and then they ground down to have that puddling go away. But I'll have someone check on it tomorrow when it's raining to make sure that happens.
So does that complete the punch list from 2 years ago yet for Geauga Highway?
Yes. Some of the water on the it's just, you can't, they can't get some of you're gonna have some puddling on some of the cul-de-sacs. They just can't get, they've already tried to grind, and we just can't keep on grinding over the road.
I think the residents okay with a little puddling, but the pictures the residents were sending, the water was running away from the catch basin, it wasn't running even to it.
Especially on Luxona, yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah. That was just this afternoon I got that email, so.
Thank you.
Councilwoman McCoskey?
Back to the golf course for a minute.
Yes.
I presume there's money that's outstanding that hasn't been paid?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They didn't just take the money and run. Okay,
And
thank you.
any further questions or comments for the city engineer? Thank you, Pete. Service Director Kravchuk.
Thank you, Council President Levon. The only thing I have to add is that I met with ODOT on Wednesday of last week about doing some extra curbs that were, obviously people see that they're broken all over the place. They are charging a decent amount of money per foot, and they can only do 5-foot increments. So they did come up with a number, it's close to like the $40,000 range. There should be some money that's left over according to them right now, depending on all this other stuff that goes on with like the LEOs and the extra paving at night and stuff like that. Hopefully it'll fit into that, but we might have to come up with a little bit just to pay to make, some of these curves are pretty horrendous that they did not able to do on the first part of the project. That's all I got.
Any questions or comments for the Service Director? Councilman Hartstein.
Did the city perform the patch on Euclid Avenue in front of Mount Carmel?
No, that was from the water department, and that was Empire Paving, so the water department did that. They thought the water bank was across the street, but it was on the other side.
And that was the other part of how many, is there still a lot of water line repairs that the Lake County Water has not come out and fixed yet?
Yes.
Do we have a number about how many that is?
No, I'll get a specific number because there was a lot more that happened throughout the summer that they didn't even do, that still have some stone and some cold patch in them, so they're definitely not gonna get to them. We're gonna have some rough areas in the winter, I'm sure.
And what's the longest date you think that their whole, how many, a year? Some of them been open a year?
No, I think they got to a lot of those ones.
Okay.
They did.
I know Rockefeller they got to.
Yeah,
quite
they
a
got
few
to
in
those. They got to
Rockefeller.
a lot of them, especially the ones like we've talked about, like Talmadge and Rockefeller. They got to those, but there are some that are still out there.
Okay.
Maybe about 6 months, I would say.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Any further questions or comments for the Service Director? Thank you, Dave. Building Commissioner Capper is excused. Recreation Director Stop.
Thank you, Mr. Council President. Just a couple things to add to my previous submitted report. I just got back from helping out with a food distribution at the Wickliffe Family Resource Center. All the food that was collected on Election Day, we were able to give out to families. We had some nice donations from Club Molisani, so I'd like to acknowledge their help in this program. Had a couple private donations also. When I left, I think the total was about 30 families Wickliffe families that we were able to help with that. So it was a nice turnout. The mayor helped out with that also, so that was good. Happy to be involved with that. And Family Resource Center was doing a good job with that. It was nice to partner with them. We had our turkey hunt this past weekend. We passed out 18 turkeys with some of the fixings. Attendance was a little bit lower than normal. I think people were maybe working on the leaves since it was such a nice weekend, or putting up Christmas lights or something. So, but it was another good event. And Rec Department, we're hard working with the schools with the Holiday Helping Hand program that's coming up here in December. So that's it.
Any questions or comments from Recreation Director? Mayor?
Yeah, I just want to elaborate on the food distribution. I received a few messages when this whole government shut down on what we're doing as a city. Like, there are a lot of outlets out there where people could get food or other necessities, what is that, toilet paper and all that, toiletries. So I talked to Tim and said, hey, what can we do? I know it ain't something big. And, the Family Resource Center, for anybody listening or knows of anybody, you can always contact them. They have clothes, bed sheets, make an appointment, tell people what you need, because they will try to utilize that. But today was great. Club Molisani made a good chunk of money so they could, some families, I think almost all of them that came were able to get Aldi gift cards so they could get more than just non-perishable. So I want to do that so we could do something as a community. It's tough times for everybody, but there are, what's that, Lifeline 211, if anybody's in need of other things, we try to help out as many people as we can.
Thank you, Mayor. Any questions or comments for the Recreation Director? Thank you, Tim. I'll now open the floor for audience participation. If anyone would like to address Wickliffe City Council, please stand, state your name and address for the clerk's record. Since these meetings are being recorded, she has a microphone that has to be used. Each person will have a 5-minute maximum of time. Would anyone like to address Wickliffe City Council? Anyone would like to address Wickliffe City Council? If not, I'll mark audience participation closed. Committee reports. The Finance Committee met on November 17, 2025 at 7 p.m. to discuss the 2026 temporary budget and the 2026 budget. Present, Bala, Hardstein, Jaworski, Koski, Levant, Sloto, Thielman. Also present, Sakis, Bush, Kravchuk, Matus, Capra, Grossman. Council President Levant addressed the committee by stating that he would like the focus of this meeting to be on the temporary budget. He said that if we needed to discuss anything for the permanent budget, we can, but those items should be discussed in our meetings in January and February. Councilman Hardstein noted that due to the 27th pay period in 2026, the budget is showing salaried employees making more than their planned salary. He questioned why this would be. Finance Director Matus advised that in all his previous employment, this is how government employees are paid. Mayor Sakis agreed with Hardstein that salary employees' salary should be divided by 27 pays, and they shouldn't receive an extra 2 weeks of pay. Councilwoman Sloto also agreed with Hardstein and Sakis, saying that their salary should be divided equally by the number of pay periods. Councilman Thielman stated that he believes our salary employees receive an hourly rate and typically should receive the extra money in the 27th pay period. He believes that is how it is done in Willoughby. Mattis restated that he has never encountered this when auditing in his career and that he would check with the legal department for their opinion. This topic will be revisited when we work on the 2026 budget. Hardstein requested that $21,000 in the property maintenance inspector line be removed from the temporary budget. In the past, we split the building inspector's pay between this line item and the building department inspector wages line item. In this budget, we combine them into the building department inspector wages item, so we have a redundant amount in the budget. The committee agreed to have the $21,000 removed. Hardstein asked if we need money in the pool fund for January, February, and March. Service Director Kravchuk answered that we could use money in the budget to do maintenance on the pumps. Councilwoman Koski asked if we needed money in the winter and summer part-time labor line item. Kravchuk advised that the golf course could be open during these months. Hardstein asked Fire Chief Grossman if we needed to have any money in the fire inspector line item in the temporary budget. Grossman advised that he has had a full-time employee fulfilling those duties, and he doesn't need any money in that line item. The $6,250 was removed from the budget. Police Chief Bush advised that he needed more money than the $2,500 in his equipment line item. He needs approximately $15,000 to order the necessary items for the first 3 months of 2026. The committee agreed to increase the police equipment line item from $2,500 to $15,000. Hardstein asked if the $25,000 in the golf course set-aside line item could be removed, since we don't plan on doing any updates in the first 3 months of the year. The committee agreed to remove the $25,000. In summary, the committee removed the $21,000 from the property maintenance inspector line item, removed $6,250 from the fire inspector line item, removed $25,000 from the golf course set-aside line item, and added $12,500 to the police equipment line item. The committee had no further objections to the proposed budget and recommends to council it approve the temporary budget after the above changes have been implemented. The 2026 temporary budget line item is reported out of committee. Meeting adjourned at 7:41, respectfully submitted. Any commission reports? Seeing no old business, move on to new business, council meeting date change. I entertain a motion to move the December 22nd meeting to December 15th.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Hardstein, seconded by Councilman Jaworski to move the date of the December 22nd, 2025 meeting to December 15th, 2025, and be held here at council chambers in City Hall. Discussion? Councilman Hardstein.
I'd like to add that the December 15th council meeting will be also the meeting that the new council is sworn in by Judge Patton on after the council meeting on December 15th.
Yeah, they'll be in the Victorian Room after that, correct?
Yes.
Any further discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Bala.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Koski.
Yes.
Levant.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Thielman.
Yes.
Motion passes. Ordinances.
Ordinance number 2025-47. Excuse me. An ordinance amending the City of Wickliffe zone map referred to in section 1341.80 of the Wickliffe Codified Ordinances rezoning one parcel owned by the Rabbinical College of Tel Yeshiva in Wickliffe, Ohio. This is the third reading.
Adoption.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Thielman, seconded by Councilman Gerhardstein to adopt ordinance 2025-47 as presented. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Steelman.
Yes.
Ordinance passes.
Ordinance number 2025-51, an ordinance amending certain sections of Chapter 935 sewer regulation and rates of the codified ordinances of the City of Wickliffe, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Suspension.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Thielman, seconded by Councilman Gerhardstein to suspend the rules of council and place ordinance 2025-51 on third and final reading. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Steelman.
Yes.
Adoption.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerhardstein, seconded by Councilwoman Kowski to adopt ordinance 2025-51 as presented. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Steelman.
Yes.
Ordinance passes.
Ordinance number 2025-52, an ordinance authorizing the mayor of the City of Wickliffe, Ohio to enter into a participation agreement with the Lake County Board of Commissioners for the provision of a comprehensive health care plan for certain employees of the city and declaring an emergency.
Suspension.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Thielman, seconded by Councilman Gerhardstein to suspend the rules of council and place ordinance 2025-52 on third and final reading. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Steelman.
Yes.
Adoption.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerhardstein, seconded by Councilwoman Kowski to adopt ordinance 2025-52 as presented. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Steelman.
Yes.
Ordinance passes.
Ordinance number 2025-53, an ordinance authorizing the mayor of the City of Wickliffe, Ohio to enter into a contract with Reliance Standard Life Insurance Company for the provision of life insurance coverage for certain employees of the city and declaring an emergency.
Suspension. Second.
Moved by Councilman Thielman, seconded by Councilman Ballard. Suspend the rules of council and place ordinance 2025-53 on third and final reading. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Steelman.
Yes.
Adoption.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerhardstein, seconded by Councilman Ballard to adopt ordinance 2025-53 as presented. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Steelman.
Yes.
Ordinance passes.
Ordinance number 2025-54, an ordinance authorizing the mayor of the City of Wickliffe, Ohio to enter into a contract with MetLife Vision for the provision of vision care benefits for certain employees of the city and declaring an emergency.
Suspension.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerhardstein, seconded by Councilman Ballard to suspend the rules of council and place ordinance 2025-54 on third and final reading. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Steelman.
Yes.
Adoption.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerhardstein, seconded by Councilman Ballard to adopt ordinance 2025-54 as presented. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Steelman.
Yes.
Ordinance passes.
Ordinance number 2025-55, an ordinance authorizing the mayor of the City of Wickliffe, Ohio to enter into a contract with MetLife Dental for the provision of dental benefits for certain employees of the city and declaring an emergency.
Suspension. Second.
Moved by Councilman Thielman, seconded by Councilman Ballard to suspend the rules of council and place ordinance 2025-55 on third and final reading. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Steelman.
Yes.
Adoption.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Hartstein, seconded by Councilman Thielman to adopt ordinance 2025-55 as presented. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Thielman.
Yes.
Ordinance passes.
Ordinance number 2025-56. This is the first reading. An ordinance providing appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Wickliffe, Ohio for the period beginning January 1st, 2026 and ending March 31st, 2026. Ordinance number 2025-57, an ordinance providing appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Wickliffe, Ohio for the period beginning January 1st, 2025 and ending December 31st, 2025 and declaring an emergency.
Suspension.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Bala, seconded by Councilwoman Saloto to suspend the rules of council and place ordinance 2025-57 on third and final reading. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
No.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Thielman.
Yes.
Adoption.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Bala, seconded by Councilwoman Saloto to adopt ordinance 2025-57 as presented. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
No.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Thielman.
Yes.
Ordinance passes.
Ordinance number 2025-58. This is the first reading. An ordinance amending and revising Chapter 769 tourist homes and motels related to short-term rentals of the codified ordinances of the city of Wickliffe, Ohio.
Seeing no resolutions, are there any other legislation? Miscellaneous, I'll add, community gardens.
I'm telling you, I forgot.
Miscellaneous, I'll add community gardens to the committee of the whole, and then e-bikes to the legislation and welfare committee. Is there anything else? Any other miscellaneous? If not, I'll entertain a motion to move into executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Hartstein, seconded by Councilman Kowski to move into executive discussion, executive session to discuss confidential information relating to the marketing plans, specific business strategy, production techniques, trade secrets, or personal financial statements of an applicant for economic development assistance. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Thielman.
Yes.
We'll take a 5-minute break.
First time this year you did it, so I got, when I get home tonight.